Good afternoon, students. Today we will learn chapter 15, a memorable ceremony. Shivaji took the oath of Swaraj in the temple of Raireshwar. He had to face numerous difficulties and calamities in his efforts to win Swaraj for his people. But with great courage and skill, Shivaji overcome them all. Men like Baji Prabhu, Murarbaji, Tanaji nursed it with their blood. The new kingdom was both respected and feared. Now, students, you must be remembering in the first term, in one of the lesson, we saw that Shivaji took the oath of Swaraj in which temple? In the temple of Raireshwar. And he faced different kinds of difficulties in the way to win Swaraj. But with great courage and skill, Shivaji overcome them all. Shivaji was not alone. He had his own people who were ready to die for him in the successful journey of Swaraj. And men like Baji Prabhu, Murarbaji, Tanaji, they gave their own life for the sake of Swaraj and Shivaji. And in this way, the new kingdom, that is Swaraj. Swaraj means self-government, our own rule. So the new kingdom Swaraj was both respected and also feared by the people and the other kings. With a view to having this kingdom recognized by all other princes in the land, big and small, Shivaji decided to have himself crowned so that everyone would come to know that Swaraj has been established. Shivaji selected Raigad as the capital of his kingdom. Raigad was a strong hill fort from where it was easy to administer the kingdom and keep a watch on the enemy. Now, Shivaji, he wanted that each and every people should know that Swaraj has been established. So he decided to crown himself so that everyone would know that the Swaraj has been established. Now, to crown himself, he chose the Raigad fort as the capital of his kingdom. Why? Because it was a strong hill fort from where he could see and administer. He could manage all the things and he can keep a watch on the enemy. So he found that Raigad fort will be the best to manage the other works and also to keep an eye on the enemy. The day of the crowning was here. Today, Shivaji Raje would be known as a king all over the world. Swaraj's borders were alert. Lamps were lit everywhere. The crowning was going to take place inside the palace. Gagabhat carried a golden vessel. In it was the water from the 7 sacred rivers Ganga, Sindhu, Yamuna, Godavari, Krishna, Narmada, and Kaveri. And finally, the day came when Shivaji was to be crowned. And in this way, he was about to know that he is the king in all over the world. Now, Swaraj's borders were alert. Shivaji's people, the Marathas and the soldiers, they were very alert. They were keeping a strict eye on the enemy. They wanted that nothing should happen on this great day. And everywhere lamps were lit, and the crowning that was about to take place inside the palace. Now Gagabad carried a golden vessel, and in it there were water from the seven rivers, which are the seven sacred rivers: Ganga, Sindhu, Yamuna, Godavari, Krishna, Narmada, and Kaveri. From all the seven sacred rivers, Gagabad brought little water in that golden vessel. Prince Sambhaji and Queen Soyarabai sat on each side of Shivaji. Along with Vedic chants, Gagabad poured the water of the sacred rivers on Shivaji's head. It poured out through 100 holes in the vessel and blessed Shivaji Maharaj. Jijabai was very happy to see all this happening. Now, Gagabad, which he brought the golden vessel, what he did, he poured that sacred river's water on the head of Shivaji. And before how he poured, he first made holes on the vessel. Almost 100 holes he made. And then with that the water was coming out and it was blessing Shivaji's head. Shivaji. Jijabai, seeing this, she became very happy because it was her dream. Even before Shivaji was born, she wanted that something like Swaraj should come up for the people, that people should live peacefully, not under any of the king. After the ceremony was over, Shivaji, Soyarabai and Sambhaji came to Jijabai to touch her feet. Jijabai's wish had finally come true. Her son had freed the people of Maharashtra from troubles and unfairness. She had dreamed of this moment even before Shivaji was born. Her eyes were filled with tears of joy. Now, after the ceremony, after all this happening, Shivaji with Sambhaji and Soyarabai, three of them came to Jijabai. They touched their feet, took her blessings, and Jijabai, she felt very happy, and tears were coming, tears of joy, because she always wanted that people of Maharashtra, they should live peacefully. They should not be troubled by any of the kings. Because students, you must be remembering that in the first chapter we saw that people of Maharashtra were like slaves. They were treated very badly by the other people. So she always dreamt of such a movement even before Shivaji was born, and now all her dreams are coming true. So she was filled with happiness, and her happiness was coming in the form of tears. Shivaji Maharaj then started for the royal darbar. Maharaj's ministers and secretaries followed him. It was around dawn when this happened and was still dark. Many men and women officials from other kingdoms, artists, poets, and pandits were present at court. Maharaj came into the court and bowed before the throne. Now, Shivaji Maharaj then started the royal darbar. So, with him, his ministers, secretaries, all of them followed with Shivaji Maharaj. In this ceremony, many men, women, pandits, poets, artists, kings, queens, everyone came to attend this. Not only the big people, but each and everyone living over there, they came to witness this beautiful ceremony. Now Maharaj, he came into the court and bowed before the throne where he is sitting. Then he walked up the throne and took his place. His ministers took their positions around him. Then Shivaji, he walked up to the throne, he sat there, and by his side his ministers took their position. They were sitting besides him. Cannons and guns boomed from all forts of Swaraj at the same time. All of Maharashtra was celebrating this great moment on this great day. So, guns and cannons were booming all over the area, and all the Maharashtra, they were celebrating this great moment. Even the people were really happy. Then people started coming up ahead and saluting the king. They also gave him lots of gifts. There were even a British officer from the East India Company. He brought a lot of gifts for Maharaj. Now, after this, people started coming and saluting Shivaji Maharaj. They even offered some gifts for him. Not only the people of Maharashtra or from the India people came to meet Shivaji, but even people outside India, they came. Like a British officer, he came and he offered lots of gifts to Shivaji Maharaj. So Shivaji Maharaj's work was heard by each and every people, not only in Maharashtra, not only in just India, but all over the world. He was very famous. After the crowning ceremony was over, Maharaj got ready for the procession. Maharaj sat on a white horse and came out of the darbar. The whole world came to know of the big event. Shivaji's fame spread everywhere. Now, after this crowning ceremony got over, he got ready for the procession. So Shivaji Maharaj, he sat on a white horse and he came out of the darbar. The whole world came to know of the big event, not only in Maharashtra or in India, but the whole world. The whole world came to know about Shivaji and Swaraj and the big event which was going on. And in this way, Shivaji's fame spread everywhere.